Let's take a look at the quest submission process. Again, when you first log in, you could go to the little widget on your right, which will tell you what your next quest could be, although if you are working into the game and you know that you're at a point where you only need to do 2 out of 4 quests, for instance, you'll want to use the badges link and be more discriminating. Each quest is a short instructional activity that's tied to a specific objective to help you move through the course. This particular objective here is to become more familiar with, so I get to know you and you get to know me, and so it involves taking a short survey. At the bottom of each quest, after you read through the introductory information, you'll see a yellow submission box, and that's where you put the information that you're asked through this question. So here we are to write a new question. How often do you play board games? And then you submit. Now, some of these assignments are going to take much longer, maybe 30 to 45 minutes. You might compose your information with Word, for instance, save it, and then use the plus file feature to upload that document. Or you can copy and paste into this. If there are ever any issues with me receiving a file, I'll let you know. Okay, so we're going to submit the quest, and I want to draw your attention to 2 things that happen after you submit a quest. First, you can read further down on the page. Occasionally there's a Learn Even More area that just extends the knowledge. You're also invited to go into discussion after almost every quest. There's a question that relates somehow to the topic, and you can get quite social with that and talk to the rest of the class this way. I think I may do a separate video on that in a day or so. All right, another thing that I want to point out to you is, remember we saw this green notification saying that a prior quest had been approved. Let's take a look at that. Click on that hyperlinked name of the quest. It brings you up to the old quest page. However, now you have a check mark that tells that you have earned that token. You'll see what you had submitted previously to the quest. And you will always find some comments from me. Even if the quest has been approved and you've met the target, I'll still say a sentence or 2 about your submission. If your submission is deferred and I need for you to look at it again, there will be more direct feedback there telling you what the problem was. So be sure to check your feedback. When you see a notification that's green or red, please check your feedback. In fact, this is the topic of the Say Hello quest. You need to find feedback that I gave you previously and let me know what that was. It's important, as you'll learn with games give feedback. This is not an automated process. I actually review your work, but you have that feedback link built in. So I want to be sure that you are familiar with that. So that's how quests operate as you move along. You'll see on the badges page that you're making progress. Once this player has the Tell Me quest approved, she will earn the player badge, and then you'll also see a check over there. And in the next video, I think I'll tell you about reward badges.